welcome back to another Hoovering Chronicles video.
Today we are reviewing Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 2, The Witch is Familiar.
So starting off with the characters, the Doctor, the 12th Doctor to be precise, played by Peter Capaldi.
Clara, played by Jenna Coleman.
Missy, or the Master, just Missy, is played by Michelle Gomez.
Davros, played by Julian Beach.
Young Davros, or Bobby Davros as they've been calling it, Joey Price.
Colony staff, also known as Snake Dude, is played by Jamie Reed Quarrell.
The Dalek voice was played by Nicholas Briggs.
And the writer is Stephen Moffat.
So now on to what happened. So it started off with Missy hanging Clara off of a tree because she's just so cool like that, isn't she? Just is. And she was talking about the Doctor running away from these android things, whatever they were. I don't actually know when it was supposed to be. It confused me a little bit. By the sounds of it, it was just any time, but then, I don't know, the past Doctor, because Missy said they're all the Doctor to her, but let's just stick this, like the Peter Capaldi's face on him, so I'm guessing like it's in the past he was running away from these things. And she was asking Clara how did he save himself and how he always survives and everything. And Clara was like, because he always assumes he's going to win. So yeah, if you want to survive, just assume you're going to win and you'll be saved. And Missy had this stick that she was sharpening, and she was going to say that she was hunting something. She was basically kind of giving away that she was going to maybe eat Clara, but she wasn't going to really.
The Doctor asked Davros if Clara was still alive, but Davros was being kind of like mystical and going, she's not alive anymore. So the Doctor stole Davros's chair and went to the other Daleks and demanded to know if Clara was alive or not, and if she was not alive, who was going to tell him that first.
Missy and Clara then went into the Dalek sewers, and the Dalek word for sewer is graveyard, and it was filled with decaying Dalek.
Clara was then handcuffed to the wall, and the Dalek came along, and Missy stabbed it with a brooch that killed the Dalek, and that made the decaying Daleks take the dead Dalek out of it. Once that had happened, Missy made Clara go into the Dalek to control it.
Missy then works out how to control Clara, so if Clara tries to say I'm Clara, it comes out as I am a Dalek, or if she says no or you're different from me, it comes out as exterminate. Missy's basically doing this to get to the Supreme Daleks and the other Daleks and all that.
The Doctor was talking to Davros and he opened his eyes. If you didn't know already, Davros is dying, and he said that he wished to see the sun one last time. So because he wanted to do that, the Doctor moved him to a place where he could see the sun, but he didn't have enough energy left in him to open his eyes. So the Doctor gave him a bit of hand regeneration energy, and that made Davros and all the Daleks regenerate. And that means the decaying Daleks are also coming alive.
Missy could see the regeneration stuff going up into the Daleks and got annoyed that the Doctor was helping Davros, because she knew that Davros was just tricking him and he's just wasting it, regeneration stuff, and you know, she got annoyed. So she ran through to get to the Doctor and Davros, and the Daleks weren't going to stop her because they were too busy like repairing himself. She left Clara, poor Clara, just left behind, and Clara was going wait for me, but it was just coming out as exterminate, so she was just going around in like zigzags going exterminate. With one of the cake risk things that Daleks have, you know, the exterminating thing, Missy got one of them and used it to shoot the little snakes and the wires that the Doctor was holding on to, which like got him trapped and stuff. And then the Doctor and Missy and Clara went out, but Clara was still in Dalek form. But Missy is slightly jealous of Clara, wants to be the Doctor's best friend, just wants Clara to go really. So pretends the Dalek is a Dalek that killed Clara because like you saw them get exterminated even though they teleported. But she pretends that that Dalek killed Clara even though that was Clara inside. And Clara kept trying to say I am Clara, but it kept coming out as I am a Dalek, so it was getting all confused. And because the Doctor was upset that he thought Clara was dead and everything like that. And Clara was getting all like, oh no, don't shoot me type of thing, but it came out as mercy. And then the Doctor was like, open up your metal thingy, and she was like, how? And then she does, and then she realises it's Clara, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he's like, Missy, run. And then Missy runs off, and it's like, don't even know what happened to Missy, she just ran.
So the Doctor and Clara ran to where the TARDIS was, and the Doctor used his sonic sunglasses to make the TARDIS really materialise around them. Then the Doctor goes back to young Davros and he exterminates all the hands and takes the boy home. Now our opinions. Mine were, it was good action, there was a lot happening. It was definitely better than the first episode because, you know, there was a lot more going on. I'm glad that he didn't kill the young Davros at first when he was like, exterminate, and then he actually shot things. I was like, no! And then I realised he actually shot the hands, not the boy. My bad opinions are, I think Missy is a bit sort of confusing at the moment because she helps Clara by like killing that Dalek, but then she's mean because she wanted to make the Doctor think that that Dalek was the one that killed Clara, but she's actually alive inside it. I think that they could have had it where the Dalek started regenerating, then they had to work it out a bit before the Doctor was like, yeah.
So my personal opinions is that it's definitely better than the last episode. Much more happened, more exciting. It wasn't as slow as the last episode, I think. The bit where Clara was in the Dalek reminded me of the episode Asylum of the Daleks. When she was Oswin, she was like, I'm not a Dalek, I'm human. But basically she was just a Dalek. It just reminded me of that. I knew that Davros wouldn't turn good and then die because he's one of the biggest enemies. So it just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't work. It would probably disappoint me because that kind of means no more Davros. So I'm kind of glad he didn't turn good and that he didn't die, even though he's like a baddie and you're just supposed to be like, oh, turn good and please leave. But then he's one of the biggest enemies. He is the biggest enemy. I've even got a poster of him on my door. And I'm glad at the end that the Doctor didn't shoot little Davros because it seemed like he was going to. And I was confused at the whole order of that bit and it was right at the end. And I'm glad he shot the hands, not Davros, because it just wouldn't work. Like I explained in my last review for The Magician's Apprentice, it just wouldn't work at all. By the way, the link to our previous reviews, there's only one so far, but the previous views for the whole series as it's going along will be in the description below. And I think Missy, or Michelle Gomez, is a very good actress. She plays her very well, really psychotic, like mental. She's crazy and I love it. It's like she does something slightly evil, but then it's kind of to go towards something. I love how funny she is, even though she tried to get rid of Clara at the end. I also want to mention, in Series 7, I liked Clara. She was just a good companion. Series 8, I didn't. I found her too bossy and just like the Clara show. But now, this series, I'm starting to like her again. I think she's good, and then she has to leave at the end of the series. So thank you, Stephen Moffat, for writing her better. And I will miss the sonic screwdriver, but I do like the sunglasses. They're very snazzy, they're very snazzy. We were having a debate at school whether we think they're good or not good. Most of us went yay and a couple of people went nay. I will miss the screwdriver, and it is like an iconic thing of Doctor Who. See, look, these two little guys, sonic screwdrivers. David Tennant's, wait no, that's not the screwdriver noise, is it? That's it. Christopher Eccleston's and David Tennant's one, and then Matt Smith's one. Wasn't it like Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy and Peter Davison didn't have a sonic screwdriver? And didn't it only come along at like John Pertwee or something like that? So not all the Doctors had sonic screwdrivers. So it will work, Not all the Doctors had sonic screwdrivers, it is fine. Each Doctor sort of has an iconic thing to their personality. So I think this will go well for Peter Capaldi. I wonder if they'll bring back the sonic screwdriver for the next Doctor, or maybe not, maybe that's the end of it. I don't think it should be the end of the screwdrivers. It's a big part of what makes Doctor Who, just the sonic screwdriver. But lots of Doctors haven't had sonic screwdrivers, so you can't complain being like, oh no, you need it, because not all of them had it and they got along just fine and saved the world millions of times, so don't diss the sunglasses.
My questions are, will the Doctor keep the sonic sunglasses? I hope they don't get rid of the screwdriver, because it's the sonic screwdriver, you can't get rid of it. How does Davros survive? Because in Journey's End, which is with David Tennant as the Doctor and Donna as the companion, what happened was they took all these planets and they were being controlled by the Daleks, and at the end they destroyed all the Dalek ships and Davros was on one of them, so how did he escape? Does the Doctor saving Davros in the Field of Hands change what he's going to be like in the future.
So my questions are, how does innocent little Davros turn bad? Because the Doctor saves him, but that can't make him good, surely. My next question is, what actually happened to the Daleks and Davros, because he just left them? So the decaying Daleks were going to be taking their shell stuff, but then what actually happened to them? Maybe they're the series story, maybe we'll see them again at the end of the series. I want to know what the series story is, because, you know, every series is a story. Like, there was Vote Saxon from Master, last time it was Missy with the Heaven or Hell thing, you know, the Nethersphere. So maybe it would be something to do with Davros, but so far I can't sense any little hints in the episodes. Well, there's only been 2, and they've been a 2-parter, and with Davros, so don't know really. Another thing is, was everything on Skaro before human, or when we saw mini Davros, was that actually Skaro? Probably. What happened to all the other people of Skaro if that was Skaro? And my last question, kind of relating back to my opinion on the sunglasses, is the screwdriver gone forever? Are we ever going to see it again? Who knows?
So what are our thoughts for next week? Mine are that it looks really good on the next time part. It looks very adventurous. It looks like there's going to be a lot of action. It looks like there's going to be a lot of mystery as well. And it looks like there's going to be new monsters, which we all love. So yeah.
So my thoughts for next week's episode. So the next time trailer was at the end of the episode. Go and watch that if you want. First thing I want to say, at the end, he puts on his sunglasses, just like, how snazzy. So that suggests he's keeping them. Now into the actual next time trailer, they look like ghosts. One of them looks like the ghost of Abraham Lincoln. Okay, that's what my friend Tom said to me. So yeah, thanks Tom, you've given me an idea to say in this video. And I know in the next advert, not the next time trailer, just an advert, he kind of revealed they were ghosts. Doctor went, they're ghosts. Well, so yeah, they are ghosts, but my plan I wrote before I saw that, so I guess they were ghosts before I knew they were ghosts. And it's underwater in a nuclear reactor, so they most likely died there, hence why there's ghosts. And they can only come out at night, so easily they're obviously ghosts. Clara asked to see a monster and have another adventure, and the Doctor's like, be careful what you wish for. So are they actual ghosts, like dead people ghosts, or are they some sort of alien-y monster ghost type thing, like the Gelth? They're like not really ghosts, are they? I don't know. They could be some sort of sea alien monster that lives down in the deep blue ocean. But overall, I think the next time trailer looks amazing, and it's gonna be good. I like new because it looks all new, and I just like it when they bring a new monster in and a new story, like nothing you've seen before. I like it because you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know what they're going to be like. Like with the Daleks, you know it's just going to be like take over the world and stuff like that. And perhaps it looks a bit scary, you know, ghosts, scary perhaps. So overall, I think that this episode was amazing and I loved it, and I love Series 9, I can't wait for more. It was amazing. It was. So thanks so much for watching this video.
So please like,
comment down below,
and subscribe.
We'll see you in our next review next week on the Friday. Goodbye.
Bye.